Hey, hello, everybody. Good evening and welcome to, or good morning, good afternoon, depending on when you are listening. If you're listening after the fact, thank you so much for listening. Welcome to BnB Live, our Thursday live episode. And Vanessa is on her way here. We have a lot of really whack weather going on right now in sunny SoCal. You see, I'm wearing what looks like I would be actually at the beach, or not at the beach, at the mountains. I feel like I'm at the mountains because it is very cold and rainy outside. One of my friends sent me a text message from LA, and he has it was a picture of hail. So it's hailing up there. So if you're in the Southern California area, it's supposed to rain all weekend long. Please be safe. Please be careful. Take it easy. Don't be driving all crazy like it's dry out there, because there will be people that will be driving crazy, unfortunately. So take it easy and take it safe and stay warm. One thing I'm grateful for, so we're still in the temporary setup of the studio, and this is a heater, but it does not work. So I have a little space heater that I invested in that's toasty and keeping this place nice and warm, even though I don't have it on very hot. So it is a little bit cold outside still, and I am prepared for that. So hopefully you all are staying warm and dry. I think I was speaking to somebody a couple of days ago in Texas, and it was like in the 80s. And that's confusing being in California when I don't think that the high today was 51. So when I went out this morning, it was almost 40. So pretty cold and pretty wet, and not something that we're used to here in sunny SoCal. And anyway, so I'm glad you're here. We are still in our infancy stages of our BnB Live. Eventually, this is going to be live interviews and live shopping. I am going to offer a product today, which I'll talk about in a little bit. But we're going to have a full-on studio set up, and we're working on that this weekend to get this all dialed in. We actually have a wholesale customer coming tomorrow, so I'm really excited about that. So part of the space will be a showroom that we can show wholesale customers. And if you want to come and shop retail, you're able to do that too by making an appointment or coming when we have an event. We'll be having a lot of events here. We'll have a grand opening. We'll also have a fellowship Friday that'll be starting soon, where people can come and hang out and fellowship. Maybe we'll have some snacks. I don't know what that's going to look like yet. We're still playing around with the time. We may start a little bit later because the way schedules are going, it's hard to get here to the space and get started at 5. So we're still playing with that. It may slip a little bit, but we'll have a discussion about that later. But like I said in the beginning, it was important to basically get started. You had to start somewhere in order to grow and improve and get things settled out. A lot of people wait until, let's wait till it's perfect. Got to be absolutely perfect before I start anything. And that's the thing that'll keep somebody from getting anywhere, because they'll never start because they're attempting to make everything perfect. I did the same thing on the website. I threw up the website with the products, and it's still a work in progress and needs some work, especially now that we're in the warehouse and we're going to dial the inventory in and see some of the things we have, because we hadn't over the pop-up holiday season. I wasn't keeping good track of the inventory, and I would just come and throw things back in, and then the next weekend I'd load it up, because as you know, I work a corporate job during the week, and it's really hard to juggle all that. So now we're in the warehouse, and this is a very large size warehouse. So this is the showroom and studio that I'm in now. Right behind this wall is a 400 square foot warehouse, floor to ceiling. We have racking systems in there set up already that we had in the other warehouse. So we also have a dedicated shipping area that's going to be dialed in. The Wi-Fi is now installed, so I am on Wi-Fi, so it should be a good connection versus being simply on the data on my phone and my iPad. So these things are starting to slowly come to fruition and get going. With everything, it takes time, but the important thing is to get started. It's not perfect. No, I'd love to have a nice backdrop set up here, and that we're going to have, and I'd love to have the camera system and the mic system that I'm going to have set up. but that's not ready yet. So I have the next best thing. I'm using a phone to be on Instagram. I'm using my iPad for everywhere else. So if you are on and listen to us on any of the platforms, you can look at yesterday's post. There's a video of what the showroom actually looks like. And it still looks like that because that was taken yesterday when I was in here when they were installing the Wi-Fi. And it's going to have to be transformed by tomorrow afternoon when the wholesale customer comes. The wholesale customer wanted to come. I found out about this, I guess, a couple days ago, and they want to come tomorrow afternoon. And I thought, okay, well, we can get this done. Thankfully, tomorrow is my off Friday at my job. So after BnB Live today, we're going to be working to get the showroom set up. It'll look a lot like the pop-up from this past weekend or any other pop-up you may have seen me post here or at if you visited one of the pop-ups. We're going to use the same fixtures, the shelving, the big kahuna shelf that we have. We have a rack for purses. We have a rack for dog bandanas and things like that, but we will set it up and we have curtains that we're going to put up and we're going to make this look like a really nice boutique shop. So you'll be able to come and shop here. And we are going to have the opportunity to have a in-studio audience when we're doing BnB Live. So you will have the opportunity to come be part of the studio audience if you're in the local area. So would love to have you do that whenever we get to that point. We have to get things differently set up in here. Actually, where a lot of the audience will sit right now, Indigo's little portable crate is, Indigo has to have her space as well. And she's laying over there chewing on a bone. But if somebody comes to the door or by the door, she'll definitely bark, which is a good thing because it lets people know that, hey, we have a built-in four-legged security system here and that you don't want to approach. There's some other things that we have to do in here. They left some blinds in the window, but they're all bent and beaten up. So we're going to replace those. And then we have to arrange everything. It takes work while I'm in the process of setting this all up. Then we'll have to get the back area set up too. So I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to having you here if you're local. If you're not, you'll be able to walk around with us and we'll probably do some shopping from the product right off the shelves. And you'll have the opportunity to do that. So really excited to have you be part of that as we grow this network. And like I said, we're going to be interviewing other fair trade businesses and other organizations that have something to do with fair trade to educate more people about fair trade, give the opportunity for handmade businesses to share about what they do and how they got started and things like that. That is the plan for our first part of our segment will be an interview series. And the second part of our segment will be an interview series and updates on Kenya. Second part of our segment will be live shopping. So it's not going to be an extensive, long program. I know there's a lot of people that do the shopping and they stay on for an hour or so. You'll have the opportunity, if you watch after the fact, to go ahead and take advantage of the special for the week. I'll run that through the weekend, I think, going forward. So you'll have the opportunity, if you're watching it after the fact, and there's still the product left. If somebody comments sold on it and I sell out of them, then you won't have that opportunity. But if you see a product, you can comment sold or DM and ask if it's still available. If it's still available, you can still get the special. I'll extend that a couple of days. Maybe since we're doing it on Thursday, I'll extend it to Saturday night or something. Still working that out. So today's special will be extended till tomorrow, I think. And the special price is not listed on the website. You have to comment sold here, or if you're watching after the fact, you have to DM and connect to get the special price. And then I will send you an invoice and we'll ship the product out to you. Updates on Kenya. I'm really excited. The trip is coming right around the corner. There's a lot of people who are interested in coming. We have a handful of people, and I'll take as many or as few as want to go. If one person wants to go, if 5 people want to go, I'd love to have you come and join us so you can experience the ladies of Baskets and Beads, the ladies of Mount Elgon, some of the other beautiful scenery in Kenya. and have that experience, learn how to roll some paper beads, learn how to make some baskets, maybe harvest some potatoes. I think that's what we'll be growing then. And then spend some time up at Mount Elgon National Park and do a safari and really experience the beauty of Kenya. Kenya is a beautiful country. The people there are amazing. I love to connect with and meet new people every time I go to Kenya. So if you would like to come, you are welcome to DM me. I also am posting every week something about it. Also, if you go to basketsandbeadskenya.com, you can look for Mission Kenya Trip, or Mission Trip Kenya, I think is the tab. But you can see all the information in there. The estimated cost, I don't think it's going to be that much. I'm going to be speaking to Layla tomorrow. We're confirming costs because we have to confirm the cost of the vans and the food and the accommodation and the safari and all that. So I don't think it's going to be as much as we had originally estimated, but I can give you some ideas on how to do fundraisers, because some people are like, well, I don't have the funds to do that, but I want to go. Well, the few times I went, I did fundraisers. I used GoFundMe. I now use GiveSendGo, which is another fundraising platform, which I will be starting to raise funds for the overall trip very soon, as in March 1st. So, but this weekend, I'm going to put the fundraiser up and start actually putting it out there. I'm going to look to raise $20,000 for the things that we're going to be doing there, and being able to do some further expansion with the farm and some helping with the ladies with some things, putting some kids in school, doing a mobile medical clinic, all those type of things that we've been doing before. If you know an organization who might be willing to donate, because there's a lot of organizations that like to donate to causes. We are a registered 501c3 here in the US, and we have an NGO registered in Kenya. So either way, we have nonprofit ends on both ends of the world. So one here and one there for the same purpose. Obviously, the nonprofit in Kenya is able to do things in Kenya shillings and Kenyan currency. So that's something that, and then it's going to be easier to work with the farming there and some of the other things that we're planning on doing. We still have a goal to buy some land or get something for our ladies to be able to have real housing, but that's a bigger project and it's going to take more funds. So if you're interested in donating, that is going to be, I'm going to start posting about that, and I will be reaching out to people. If you see a message come into your message box, you're welcome to donate or not. If you've donated before, I'll probably ask you again. $20, $50, $100, any amount helps. I've already had people saying they're mailing checks to help me out with that. But if you know an organization or a business that would like to donate maybe $500 or $1,000, that would be great. I'm also looking at doing a fundraising dinner somewhere. I have to work that out. I have an idea for that, and more to come on that. Just I'm not an expert at raising funds, but I am working hard to do what I can to make sure like last time somebody donated a bunch of clothes, and you know what I did? I took some of them to Buffalo Exchange and sold maybe $200 worth, put that in the account. The rest of them I listed on eBay, and everything that sold that went into the account towards the trip. So I think I total sold about $1,000 worth of donated designer clothing. And it was a lot of work, but it was worth it because I was able to get a little bit closer to my goal. It's hard to raise money when you really don't know how to do that. So I'd appreciate any help or any recommendations or any referrals for something like that. That would be appreciated. So love for you to come on the trip if you'd like to come, and I can share with you how to do your own fundraiser. Just the way I did. I reached out to 5 people a day and said, hey, I'm going on this trip to Kenya. Would you donate $20? Some people donated 20, some people donated 10, some people donated 100, 200, whatever. I had a lot of different levels of donations, and it enabled me to go to Kenya. I did that, I think, 3 times. My first 3 trips were actually funded that way. So that would definitely help you out if you asked your friends to donate $10, $20. You figure out how much you need, how many people you need to ask, and just start asking. And the asking thing is hard, even for me. And I tell this story about in the Think Like a Negotiator training, ask for exactly what I want. When I speak on negotiation, I share the story about how I had to ask people to donate to so I could get to Kenya. And it was hard at first. I thought, why do I have to ask? Who's going to donate to send me on a mission trip? But when I started asking, people wanted to support that. They couldn't go themselves, and they wanted to be a support to help me get there and help me to make a difference. And had I not gotten there, had I not asked, had I not gotten there, I would not be doing what I'm doing now. So you never know when you ask what kind of opportunities will come your way. So I always say, get your ask in gear and ask for exactly what you want now. Also, I do still speak on negotiation and effective communication, self-leadership, team building, things like that, but primarily negotiation. If you have an organization you'd like to bring me in to speak, that would be great. If you do not have a budget per se, perhaps you could do a donation to the nonprofit and as a fee to get me to come speak. And then that would be a write-off for you. We can talk about that. You can DM me or send me an email at eldana@basketsandbeadskenya.com. All right, product of the week. Let me share with you. Actually, this product actually matches my shirt. By the way, I made this. I used to sew a lot, and I skied. I was an avid skier. I can't ski anymore. My knees can't take it. There's a few. I can't ski. I can't run. I guess you can't is kind of a rough thing. I don't want to put that much pressure on my knees. My knees, I spent 23 years in the Air Force running every day. That's how I stayed in shape. I ran at least 1.5 miles, 2 miles a day, sometimes 3 miles. And after all those years of that, my knees are a little, sometimes I feel them. I'm like, ooh, I don't want to take it too far. I went skiing, I guess, right before COVID was the last time I went skiing, and my knees were like, so I thought, I would rather switch to doing some things that are not going to leave me injured. So anyway, this was something I made for when I went skiing, and I used to ski. I've skied in France. I've skied in Germany when I was stationed over there. I've skied in New Mexico, all over Colorado. I had Arizona, so I had a lot of great places to ski. Oh, it looks like we have Vanessa or my other studio audience friend coming, because you can hear Indigo barking in the background. But anyway, sewing. What I have today that I'm going to share, that the product of the week is this. What is this? Look at this. This is a bottle cap trivet. It's a trivet made out of bottle caps. Now this fabric all comes from the things that we've had the ladies make. One of our ladies, Rael, primarily makes these. And if you look close, they're all wound around and secured around a bottle cap. And each one's different. They're all very colorful. And they're great for, you could use it as a coaster. You could use it as a trivet, like a hot plate pad. You could use it to put anything on, or you could just use it for a decoration. This one's kind of cool because it's got a lot of red to it. I don't have too many of these left because when at this last event I went to, they were the product of the event. So many people were buying. Well, one lady bought a bunch to use as a hostess gift for something that she did. And then she sent everybody else over to buy some. So these things were flying off the shelf. All the large ones that I had are gone. And I'm going to have to get some more. These are the small ones, and I have 9 of these left. And they are normally $12.50. They're $12.50 on their website. If you comment sold right now, they're $10. And then probably a few dollars for first class shipping, because they're really lightweight. I would say probably a couple of $3 depending on where you live. But these are they're lightweight, they're cute. They make an interesting gift. No, I haven't seen any of these before. And I had I had brought back a couple and they sold. And I thought, okay, we're making all these pillows and aprons and dog bandanas. Why don't we use the scraps to make these trivets? So if you look close, like right there, that was that one, this one. Most of these are from the aprons that we have, and it's the scraps. Oh, that's a dog bandana and a pillow right there. Most of these are from the aprons, the scraps from the aprons, and they're really colorful and they're really cute. You can use them to put on, like I said, you could use it as a coaster. Like say you have a hot cup or a bottle of water or something that's sweating and you don't want to have it damaged. You could just put it right on the table next to you. I have a little table next to me when I'm sitting on the couch, and I usually have hot tea or something. This is great to put a mug of tea on, but it's also big enough where you could set a casserole dish on top of it and use it as a hot pad on your table. And yeah, they're really cute. I think it's 9. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There are 9 of these, and they're not really, there's not one of them alike, but they're all pretty much multicolor. Now, if you specifically like, because this one has a lot of red in it, if you specifically like the red one, you can put sold red, and I'll put that one aside for you, whoever does that first. And like I said, if you're listening after the fact, and I still have some of these left, because this is all I have left right now, I've actually asked Layla if Rael has any of them made up. And she said she does. So I'm going to be getting some more, but until I get those, this is all I have left. And I probably need to get them pretty quick because Mother's Day is coming, and this would be a great little gift for Mother's Day, a gift for somebody for Mother's Day. I get a couple of these, and nice little gift. Anyway, so this is a bottle cap trivet. You can see on the website they're $12.50. They're $10 today, and I'm going to run that through Saturday. So if you're watching this after the fact and you see it and you'd like to have one on between now and Saturday evening at 6 p.m., you comment sold or DM me and say that you would like one, and I'll need your email and obviously your name, and I will add you, give you an invoice and ship it out to you. So that is the product of the week. I'm also going to feature it in the newsletter going out on Saturday as well. Or I'll feature it probably Fair Trade Friday tomorrow. I don't have that many of them, so it just depends. Yeah, this one's kind of interesting because it's kind of an orangey color. But most of them are multicolor like this, or like my shirt. So if you see one you like, comment sold or send me a message sold. Or you could comment sold on here because I will check back at the messages, and then we can do a DM, and you can let me know which one, if you like 1 or 2 or whatever, and I can send you an invoice and ship them right out to you. All right. So that's about it for today. Again, if you're interested in a Kenya trip, go check out the details on that. Ask any questions. I'm probably going to do maybe a webinar or something to answer any questions. I'll do that probably on Zoom to allow people to register and ask any questions if they'd like to get some more details and to discuss. Because there have been a lot of people who've emailed me or sent me messages and asked me questions about the Kenya trip, and I would love for you to join me. I'll be going back continually, but this trip's just around the corner, and if you think you can't raise funds for it, you can. I was able to do it in a very short period of time once I put my mind to it and got a strategy going with it, and I'm happy to share with you how to do that as well. So airfare is not too bad right now. It's I think you could probably get a good price the further in advance that you book. and I'm going to be probably booking my airfare this weekend. I'm wrapping all the details up and making sure what day exactly I'm going to go. So I hope everybody has a really great weekend. Like I said, if you're in Southern California, stay safe, stay warm, and stay out of the rain if you can, because I think it's going to be a little bit crazy. I was out here walking Indigo, and where this is, there's a people come and then they turn, and they seem to turn really quick. This guy turned the corner and he was fishtailing. He almost lost control of the truck because he was going around the corner as if it was dry. And he was like, whoa, it's like, I'm like, oh no. So thankfully he did not wreck, but I wouldn't want that for anybody. Here we go. Indigo's trying to eat why are you eating that? Indigo's trying to eat the tripod. All right, everybody, until I will talk to you Sunday for Swahili Sunday, and I hope you have a great day. Nakupenda.